Hello YouTube, this is William. Welcome to another video. Real quickly, I just wanted to talk to you guys about my thoughts on a fixed blade versus a folder. Now, as with anything, when you're talking about cutlery, you have to be aware of your laws in your area and what you can and cannot carry, okay? So, in my area, I can carry a fixed blade, alright? So, with that said, I love all kinds of knives, alright? But I think that some knives lend themselves to better tasks than others. And it depends on what task you intend to do that day or what situation you may end up in that day. In other words, if you have to go out in a remote area to check a pipeline or something like that, then you should have some cutlery that's going to take care of you should you have a issue that you have to stay out overnight. A friend of mine went out on a trip this past weekend, and his Jeep burned to the ground. So he was stuck out 25 miles away from a paved road without a vehicle. Okay, so you have to prepare for things like that if you think you're going to be in that situation. Okay, so you have to kind of plan a little bit. But with all that said, I don't want to get off on a tangent. All right. Let's just compare the two in general, all right? And so, I mean, we're talking fixed blade. We're talking, you know, just the standard knives, you know, your little SAK style knives or your trappers and things like that. In general, they're fairly small. I mean, they're compact, fit in your pocket. You know, it's just very convenient to carry. Okay. Which is why most of us carry fixed blade knives. I mean, you got the other knives, it's got the little pocket clip on it, to clip on your pocket. Now, me, with all my keys and everything in my pocket, I hate bulgy pockets. So if I have a pocket knife in there, then it tends to be a little bulky. You know, I just don't like that. That's one reason why I don't really care for a pocket knife. Now, the other thing is the handles are all boxy and they're small. Okay, and with my hands, I have arthritis real bad in my hands. That's why one of the reasons why I'm trying to get out of the leather business and sheath business is because my hands is just, they're getting pretty bad to use as far as pulling and tugging on leather and things like that. But anyway, so these knives are very uncomfortable to use over a period of time. In other words, if I'm skinning game or if I'm wood carving, something that I'm going to be using the knife for an extended period, cutting leather and things like that, that you're going to be holding and squeezing and that knife real tight, then you want something that you can grab onto. And I mean, that just disappears in my hand. This one's a little bit bigger, but it's square, it's bulky, it's not comfortable. So those square and bulky parts become blisters. And so that is another reason why I don't care for a folding knife, for a EDC, if you will. It's something that I'm going to use every day in my shop or in camping or whatever I'm doing. I just don't care for a folding knife. And that's the reason why. Now, what I prefer, I'm going to show you my big belly here. I got to get back on my diet. Is something like this, where it's tucked in out of the way. It's just a small blade. The blade is only about 3.5 inches, but it is a perfect size for an EDC. All right, and it's just tucked out of the way. It doesn't fill up your pockets. It's, you know, you got your pockets, you can put your cell phone in there instead of a pocket knife. And it's very convenient, it's quick. If you have an accident or something and you got to get to your knife, if you ever try to reach in your pocket for a pocket knife if you're sitting down, it's just about impossible. But if you got to cut that seat belt, it's right there, all right? So it's a safety issue as well. But the main thing is the handle. For the most part, and I don't care for fixed blades that has thin handles, because again, they're uncomfortable. I want something that I can grab onto. See that handle there? That is a lot to fill up your hand. You can grip that for an extended period of time without discomfort. And this is a Stag, but I've smoothed it out to where it doesn't have any rough parts or something that's going to cause blisters. It's rounded and it's very contoured to your fingers and all this other stuff. So this is Axis Stag, which is beautiful stuff. I just discovered this. But anyway, this is why I prefer fixed blade. Now everybody keeps asking me, when are you going to do a folder? When are you going to do this? When are you going to do a folder? Folks, I don't know if I ever will, to be honest. I mean, I'm not going to say never because you never know, but that is not what I like to carry. I'd prefer a fixed blade, and those are the reasons why. I don't want a knife in my pocket that's hard to get to. I don't want the bulk there. Even if you go with a thin handle because you don't have bulk and it's uncomfortable to use. In my daily use, I have no use for a pocket knife. I would prefer to have something like this that is easily got to, even with me on the level, with my bubble in the middle. Even with that, it doesn't affect. It's comfortable. It just disappears. It's until you need it. It's just perfect for what I need a knife for. So anyway, I hope this gives you some ideas on your daily carry. And again, you have to plan for the what ifs in life. And if you're going to be in a remote area for any period of time, be prepared. Have that go pack in your truck. Have a substantial knife with you. Don't have just this. Please, folks. Use some common sense. If you want to carry one of these, fine. But have something else in your pack that's a little bit more robust, that's going to take care of those firecraft tasks and things like that you may need. Don't be caught out with something like this in the remote areas, okay? This friend of mine, he was a smart individual. His Cowdy works. So he was prepared. But you never know. You never know when things like that's going to happen. All right? So take a fixed blade with you. At least have it in your pack that you can just drag out of the vehicle with you in a heartbeat and be prepared. So, you hear the rain? Oh man, this is great stuff. It's been very, very dry around here. So I'm enjoying this rain. But when you can, get in the backyard, whittle on a stick. Be sure and take a child with you, get the opportunity. And if you do, be sure and take plenty of Band-Aids and lots of knives. Catch you again soon.